The Wednesday Night Info Show.
The Vox SDC-1 Blackhawk Mod. So, welcome to the Wednesday Night Info Show. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite guitars in the room, and I know it might come as a little bit of a surprise, but it's a mini. It's this one, the Vox SDC-1 with the Blackhawk modification. Right now you can pick up a Vox SDC-1 at Musician's Friends or Guitar Center for around $120. You can find them on Reverb or on the Korg site through Reverb or on the Vox Amp USA site for $100. And the availability right now is pretty good. You can get them in all three colors. The problem is that availability is going to shift because, as I understand it, they've been discontinued. So they're going to get hard to find. The other issue you're going to run into is you cannot get them with this mod. Now, I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. But to let you know what it's like to play one of these, go into your standard guitar, tune it down, and put a capo on the 5th fret, and then tune that E to E. And that's about what you're going to experience with this guitar. It comes loaded with 12 gauge strings, so it can stay in tune E to E relatively well, especially when you compare it to other budget guitars. Now, I switched it to 10s because I still have some problems with my hands. And so as a consequence, I am faced with a couple of options. I either have to tune it much more regularly, or I did what I did and I tuned it up so I can play it G to G instead. That way it's a lot more fun. But the other modification that I've made is taking advantage of something else that's standard but unseen. This guitar is actually manufactured with a cavity for the second mini humbucking pickup. It also has a deeper well in this section so you can put an additional switch in. It's made for this modification. I don't know why they don't do that. They're familiar with the 3-switch 2-pickup position on the Mark III Mini and the Mark V Mini, but this is just kind of the odd guitar out. Now, as far as its feel goes, it has a very smooth neck. It's kind of a satin finish, so it's easy to run your hand or your thumb across. The neck is not thick. It's kind of a lot flatter than a modern C shape. I don't know how they describe it. The fretboard is well spaced, and it also lends itself to quick playing. So you can practice and learn new techniques relatively easily, although there is a little bit of a difficulty translating that motion to a full-scale guitar below the 5th fret. Out of the box, Vox guitars, the 4 that I have, 2 SDC-1s, the Mark III Mini and the Mark V Mini, all came in with no quality control issues whatsoever. There was no fret sprout involved. There was no fret leveling concern that needed to take place. The nuts were all cut well. The tuners, while they are a higher ratio, which really fits the short scale very well, they're actually top notch. They took no getting used to whatsoever. The bridge is adjustable. It can be intonated, and I had no problems with the electronics. I was actually kind of shocked with the quality control that I got them, because I got them from different sources. Now, if you're going to think about changing the strings, you're going to have to learn how to play it differently. You're going to have to play with a much lighter touch because you're going to feel like it's going out of tune. But that's only because when you put your pressure on the fretboard, especially if you're trying to play quick or if you're a player that is used to wrestling with the neck, then you're going to pull it sharp, and that's going to be an issue. Right out of the box, it's a great travel guitar. It's a fantastic couch guitar, and it's almost the perfect office guitar, especially for the price. But with this mod, it's one of my favorite guitars. And it got that way because I can play just about any style that I want to with it. Would I buy another one? I already have. I also did the same modification to it, and I'm having a difficult time not pulling a trigger, getting the black one, not just so I can have the complete set, but also because they are discontinued. I'd be happy to gift it. Matter of fact, I would send it directly to someone without being concerned about it being set up before they saw it. They come out of the box that good. Now, the other side of that, though, is their gig bags need work. I purchased a baritone ukulele bag for this one, and it has an extra pouch where I can put a practice amp in, and I can travel with it relatively well. Actually, it's one of the better traveling guitars that I have, including the Black Star Carry-On. Now, some of the weird things about it, this strap button on the back, on the Antique white SD1, SDC-1, now that's known as Little Goldie. It's so close to the body, I cannot get a strap lock a strap with a strap lock on it without grinding against the finish of the body. This one happens to be fine. So I'm thinking if I put some felt in it and spaced that out, it would be a little bit easier. It weighs a little more than 6 pounds, and it's just a phenomenal little player. Other reviewers have made mention of the fact that it's a toy, or it's a great starter guitar, or it's a decent travel guitar. And the fact of the matter is, they're all toys. You can travel with all of them, and all of them can be made decent. But with this modification with the dual humbucking, it truly is one of my favorite guitars in the room. So if you get a chance to get a hold of one of these, I highly, highly recommend it. I know that sounds crazy, but bear with me. It has a poplar body with a string-through adjustable bridge. It weighs about 6 pounds. It has a single volume, single tone control with a 3-way switch. Has dual mini humbucking pickups, a maple neck with a Purple Heart fretboard, 19 medium frets, 18.7-inch scale length. It's 1.65 inches wide at the nut, but most of all, it's fun, fast, and affordable. I know some people look at it and they think, oh, well, this is a toy. Well, here's a news flash. They're all toys. This thing is one of my favorite. Tune in on Saturday when the center stage drops with a brand new original composition using this thing for everything from bass to a harpsichord.